Mm-hmm. Are you ready? Are you ready? Mm-hmm. Hi everybody, welcome to another episode of RV Tips and Trips. Today we're going to show you how you can bake in your RV using your RV oven. Kathy, my wife, is going to show you how to make chocolate eclairs, which is one of my favorite desserts. So stay tuned. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Well, hello everybody. Today's ingredients, it's best if you pre-measure everything out before you get started. So over here we have 6 tablespoons of Hershey's cocoa. We have 3 tablespoons of butter that we're going to melt. We have a 1.5 cups of powdered sugar or confectioner sugar, 4 eggs, 1 stick of butter, 1 cup of flour with 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt already in it, cup of heavy cream, 2 cups of milk, and 2 packages of Jell-O vanilla instant pudding. Okay, so to get started, we're going to make the pastry that the filling will go into. So, I didn't mention earlier, but we do need a cup of water in your pot. And to that, we're going to add the full stick of butter. And we are going to let that melt. We're going to bring this to a boil. Okay, so as you can see, this is starting to boil and all the butter is melting. This part here is going to happen very quickly. Okay, so our butter is melted good here in the boiling water, and this is boiling. So we're going to take our 1 cup of flour with the 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt, and we're just going to dump it right into here. Whoa, make a mess. We're going to turn this off, and this is going to form a ball. There you go. That is going to be the basis for our pastries. We're going to dump them into here, and we're just going to let this cool for a little bit. Okay, next we're going to get our pastries ready to go into the oven. So we're going to use the KitchenAid. We are going to use the bread hook, and if you don't have a KitchenAid mixer, a wooden spoon works just fine. So, we're going to turn this on low. We're going to add 1 egg at a time. And every single time, this has to go back to its original form. The egg has to be incorporated every single time. So, if you're using a wooden spoon, you have to incorporate it completely every single time. want it to go back to looking exactly the same with every single egg. Now the eggs are what's going to make this hollow. So there's that one. Turn it back on and do all 4 eggs.
The oven must be 400 degrees for this, right? And it shows 401, so it doesn't get any better than that.
Okay, so we're going to add the 4th and final egg. And again, you can use a wooden spoon. It just takes a lot of elbow grease, but make sure every single time this is incorporated back to its original form. We're going to clean this up a little bit here and beat it just a little bit more, to make sure it's all in there, all the sides. Just a little bit more. Okay, and that's the dough. This is going to make our pastry show. Okay, now if you're doing this at home and you have a big oven, you can do all 12 of your pastries at the same time. I'm only going to do 6 at a time because I have a very small oven. Okay, now we're going to make the pastries. So, you need a little bit of butter on your hands because these things are very, very sticky. So, we're going to put butter on our hands. My hands are clean.
That's good.
And we're going to take about a spoonful like that. This stuff is very sticky, so you just want to kind of throw it around a little bit. And then we're going to put them on here. Okay, now we're going to form them. We're going to play with them a little bit. We're going to put them in kind of a long oblong shape. Very, very tiny quarters here, but you can make this work. Oh, by the way, it's nice to line your pan with some parchment paper. It certainly will keep them from sticking. Now we're ready to put these in the oven.
Just came out of the oven and they look perfect. This is the way they're supposed to look. Nice golden brown. And it took a little longer, yeah, 35 minutes. This RV ovens, they fluctuate quite a bit in temperature, so it's hard to keep it accurate, but so 35 minutes. Next batch could be a little different. You're going to have to keep an eye on them, I think is the bottom line on it. And use the top rack when you put this in. Move the rack up, and this way they won't burn. Otherwise you get too close to the flame, and it's like a little torch under there. It'll burn the bottom, so make sure that you have it, the rack up.
Okay, now we're going to make this very, very easy filling. I put my small bowl in the freezer because we're going to whip some cream up. So we're going to put in that cup of heavy cream. And this has been in the freezer also, so this is going to be nice and cold. Now, if you don't want to use whipped cream because you don't have an electric mixer, you can use Cool Whip or a can of whipped cream. Just use about a cup of the whipped cream. And we're just going to beat this till we get some nice good peaks. Mix this up a little bit here. Now we added nothing to this, no sugar, no vanilla flavoring, because we're going to add this to our instant pudding and all of that stuff is already in there, and we want this to cut some of that sweetness. So, set that aside. Now we're going to do our pudding. Okay, we're going to use 2 packets of the instant vanilla pudding. Now, even though the box says to add 2 cups of milk for every box, we're going to cut that in half, and we're just going to add 2 cups to the whole 2 boxes, because we want this a little bit thicker than what it would normally be with pudding. And we're going to add that whipped cream in here, so you're going to have that extra milk will be going back in here. Oops. Okay.
Cool. Thomas wants some too.
Yes, he does.
He smells it.
Now we're going to add in our 2 cups of milk. Bring back on. Alright, and we're just going to beat this for about 2 minutes. Okay, our pudding is all whipped. Now we're going to add our whipped cream into our pudding. Now you're probably wondering why instant pudding if you're going to all this to make homemade something. But I promise you, first of all, we're in a camper, and so we want easy. And second, they're delicious. You'll never know you used instant pudding. Nobody will ever know you used instant pudding unless you tell them. So we're just going to fold this in until it's all well mixed. Okay. And you should have this nice light yellow, creamy filling. Okay, now we're going to fill them. Now, if you have a pastry bag, you can poke a hole in them and fill them that way, but I find this is the easiest way right here. Cut a little tiny slit, and as you can see, they're completely hollow inside. We're going to get a teaspoon here. Hold it open, and we're just going to fill them. As full as you can get them. And there you go, that one's done. We're going to fill the rest of these, just a little slit. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and fill the rest. And Thomas gets to lick the bowl. Do you want to lick the bowl? There you go. He loves his lick his bowl. That's too here.
It's too deep.
Yeah.
No, he's got it.
Okay.
Is that good? Systematically licking it.
Okay, now we're ready to make the chocolate to go on top of the eclairs. So we're going to take our 3 tablespoons of melted butter that we had earlier, and we're going to dump it into our chocolate. That was 6 tablespoons of chocolate. We're going to mix it all really good. Nice creamy chocolate. Don't taste this. There's no sugar and it tastes really, really bad. I'm going to add just a little tiny bit of milk. Now we're going to start adding in our powdered sugar just a little bit at a time. We may not use all of the powdered sugar, but more milk.
I'm still working on that bowl.
Okay, now we're going to start adding little bits of water at a time with the powdered sugar. Now you can use canned frosting here. You don't have to make the chocolate. You can use canned frosting. Now you can add more milk if you want it more of a milk chocolate. I like more of a dark chocolate, so I go real easy with the milk. There. Perfect. Okay. The back of our spoon. And then we're going to do this. Smear it on. And we're just going to go ahead and frost up the rest of it. Turn it off.
All right, so that's how you make chocolate eclairs and in your RV, and they're one of my favorites. So I'm going to take one. This is my favorite part. I get to eat them. So let's cut this open. I don't know if you can see that, but so if you like this, please subscribe, like, and share it. And we're going to do this once a month. This was our first cooking show, and so hope you enjoyed. So I know I did. Good. Till next time, happy camping. What you want, Thomas? What? What do you want? What do you want? You want to go for a walk? Okay. Want to go for a walk?